What a day, what a day today. What a day. Like most of us, here I was sitting on the gram and looking at videos, and not to look at them just to waste time, but to watch them and observe them. What's connecting me with them? Which ones do I like? Which ones do I don't? Which ones resonate? Which ones I might just like, okay. Silliness has already begun, did it? Woohoo! Yeah! Random quote this week. New level, new devil. Take from it what you will, as my friend would say, from Albany, New York. Today I had a lunch meeting with this husband and wife who I met on my first day at the job last Tuesday. And today we met for some coffee, or for dinner, for lunch. For lunch. And if my camera is kind of sideways, well, it just is. It is what it is. Go with it. Yeah. As we were having lunch, it was awesome. It was just a get to know each other kind of lunch. He's from Rotarian, invited me out to the Rotary Club, and it's like one street away from my job, and it's at 7 in the morning, and I'm like, woohoo! Gotta ask my boss that I can come in 1 hour late and work an hour late on Thursdays. So that's awesome, and it was cool because when you're getting to know each other, you're just asking basic questions of life. And so when we first sat down, it was just myself and the husband. I was asking him questions, and then when his wife came, they were asking me questions, and I got to share with them the espresso melts that I make last time, and this time I gave them some as a gift. And as we were talking, I gave it to them as a gift, a little small jar of 12 pieces, and they were really happy and thankful for it, that I remembered to bring them some of the candies. And the wife tried it. She liked it. She's like, wow, I could eat these. And I explained to them how to actually eat the candy, because listen, my espresso melt is called encouragingcoffee.com. Buy them while they last, because listen guys, if you want to try these candies that you have to be educated on how to eat them best, just an experience. That's all I can say. I'm going to be actually taking them down, and these espresso melts candies, chocolate coffee candies, espresso melts, duh. They are going to be purchasable by invite only. So somebody who I gave an invite to buy these candies, and people they know. You can't just go on the website and buy it. You have to know somebody that knows somebody. That's just the case, because there's only so much of it that I can make every year. I have black pants, and there's like this white stuff on there, and it's like, gotta get them off. These white little thingy fuzzies. And so it was awesome. They liked it. And as we were talking, the husband asked, do you have a website? And I was like, yeah, I do. I have a website. While we were talking, he went on there and ordered a jar of 100. I was like, wow. Wow. I think I'm going to start doing that every video. I was making a video for Instagram, and I noticed also how I sit there and go like this, and I'm trying to wonder, like sometimes I sit and like press on myself to like pretty hard, and I'm like, what is this tick? What is this thing? So if anybody knows, not that anybody's much watching right now, but if you know why we do that, let me know. It's pretty interesting. I've been always wondering why I do that. So he bought a jar of 100. Luckily, I took 800 with me here, and they were pretty excited. They're like, oh, you gotta go to this such and such a coffee shop and try to sell it to them. They most likely will get some. So that was awesome. Getting to meet some new friends, getting to, unbeknownst to me, selling a jar of 100. And like yesterday, another jar, I believe, was bought in Hilo area. So that was really awesome. That was fun. Then I came home. And so on my ankle, I had this neon orange, if you can take a look. There we go. Neon orange string. This is one of the things that I put on my ankle. I had it almost for 3 years, this particular one. Yeah, just string. Of course, you wash it all the time and it stays really nice and bright. And today, I was taking off my sock and it like, ding, ripped off. And there it is. Almost 3 years. That's the longest I've ever had one on. The last couple were a couple years apiece. And just a reminder to me, like, hey, you gotta go after that thing that you're going after, man. Just go for it. Go for it, okay, man? Go for it. Go for it. Woo. And I came home, and as I was looking through Instagram posts, as I said earlier, full circle. This guy sent me a short clip. He's like, yo, Lex, I don't know if it was you, but I saw your video last week how you moved, and I decided to move. And I made a short video on Instagram that's saying, a post, yeah, so you can go check it out on Alexi Catco or Encouraging Coffee, one of those, Alexi Catco, because that's not a coffee one. There, I just said, look, we have an impact, a chain of impact. We do make a difference, regardless if even if we're just a warning to other people or an inspiration. We are a chain in somebody's life. We are a link in the chain of life, okay? A link in the chain of life. That just sounds so poetic. You, my dear friend, are a link. And whenever you find yourself confused or doubting that you make a difference, that you matter, listen, you are a link in the chain of life. Yank it either way, it's pulling the chain of others. Another guy a couple months ago told me I inspired him to move. Then somebody inspired me to move, and then I inspired somebody to move again. So it's just like this chain is there. It's unseen. A lot of times people don't share that with us, and that's the reality of life. This week, however, I've been having a lot of people sharing with me how I've been impacting their life, and I'm just like, all in 1 week, all these different people from like different parts of my life, they're just like, here's how you impacted me, without asking. They're just like, wow, I never knew that. That's the reality of life. You, me, we all make a difference. Me making this video, you watching it, and there is a bug watching me too. Squirrel. That's life, and that's the amazing part of it. When you're feeling down and out, remember, you are a link in the chain of life to somebody. Yank it either way, it makes a difference in others. And there's other couple of videos that I watched. One of those was a girl's voice, and it's interesting because the girl who posted it, her last name was my childhood name in Russian. I was like, but that was pretty cool, I noticed. Random factoid of the day. But the video was about how she was, I guess it was the young lady was saying this to somebody she must have liked, and said, look, this wasn't, you made a big difference. We might have worked out, but the timing was just off. It resonated with me, and so I posted it. And it was cool because, again, we are the links in the chain of life. We impact each other. And so I posted that. There's no more story behind it. No real moral purpose of me bringing up other than it, like, you do make a difference, okay? Just remember, you are the chain in somebody's life. And for the finish, the touchdown, which is the takeoff for cinematization, okay? Today, I want to begin this process, this journey of talking about it. What is it? Cinematization overall is focused on how to navigate our feelings and emotions. I'm pointing at the heart, but our emotions, there's 3 scientists that once you read up on them, psychologists who have like at least 4 years of experience each. Between the 3 of them, you learn that we're all born with a set of emotions. And these emotions are like the color palette. In printers, you have the 4 base colors. They're not called base colors, but there's something else, but it's just 4, CKMY. And you take them, and the way you mix and match them create different colors. I Googled it, and I found out that these base colors can create over 10 million different colors. Gotta itch my nose, okay? I'm not picking my nose, okay, guys? I'm not picking it. Just, 10 million from 4. Now, imagine emotions. We are born from what science currently knows, from what these gentlemen have taught, specifically one, but others in different ways, similar but different things that they figured out, is that we are physically wired with certain pathways that go from our spine into our head. One of them ends at the base, disgust, never gets into our brain, that emotion. But the other 7 go right into our, brain, into this area right there and right there, like in the center. Bam. Yeah, that's what's up. In the middle of the brain, I go thinking down the street. I'm trying to buy myself time. Now, these emotions, when they get there, guess what's next? You got it. You got your brain right there. So it goes. So the emotions start up, and the purpose of our emotions is to get us to act, okay? 7 emotions plus 1. I did the plus 1. And these are pathways that are just clean pathways. These emotions can be felt purely in and of themselves. One of them on the, one side you got anger, the other side you got care. We all need to feel cared for. Seen, heard, we make a difference, we create an impact. Hence the chain, the link in the chain conversation a couple minutes ago. You matter, boy. You matter, girl. Boy, girl, whoever you think you are, boy. Girl. Boy, girl, boy. That's the reality we live in today, okay? It is what it is. You're a chain. You are a link in the chain of life. That is one emotion we need to feel, is the emotion of caring. So emotions, okay, you got your emotions, and they're there to tell us we got to do something now. Okay, boom. That's why they are I'm not gonna say that's why, but they are physically wired into our bodies. That's why it's important to know the difference between emotions and feelings. What are feelings? That's going to be the next video. What are feelings? Emotions, okay, remember this. Emotions are there to help us act. The base emotions, surprisingly, surprise, emotional being. These emotions actually, all cultures, races, genders, and everything else you can think of, all the differences between humans, we all have this one thing in common, is that those emotions, we express them to the world the same way, no matter who or what we are, from where we are, no matter when, where, how we were born. We express these emotions on our face the same exact way. That's done by another psychologist, Ekman and Plutchik, and the third one I can't remember, between these guys. So yeah, they are the psychologists. So if facial expressions are there to help the outside world know what emotion we're experiencing, it's you got to do something. If you see me mad, boy, you got to get out of the way, or you got to change your ways. If I look surprised, you better look around like, what do I do now? Okay, that's emotions. They are there to help us act in the moment. Tomorrow, we're going to jump into feelings. What are feelings, the purpose of them, and the reason, and then we're just going to, for the next 5 million years, going to be going into depth into systematization and what it's all about. That's the base. I am Lex, here to speak to you about navigating the minefields of emotions and feelings. Knowledge of your feelings and emotions brings freedom. F and feelings, EFN. Emotions and feeling, knowledge. Okay, EFN. That's all you gotta know. Okay, not to confuse with EIN. This business stuff. Yeah, that's about it. That's it for the day. Hope you're awesome. Remember, emotions are there. We have 8 base emotions. I'll mention them tomorrow. I'll have them written down and I'll share them with you. That's what's up. And until tomorrow, peace. As they say here, peace, brother.